Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 4 of the Honeymun phase. Today's episode is about habits. What does habit mean to me? Habit to me means discipline over motivation. Motivation is temporary, it's very short-lived. It only comes when you are at your best mood and when you feel like it. But discipline is what gets you places. Repetition, which eventually becomes integrated into your sense of self, and always doing your best at the thing that you are doing. That's what discipline is to me. Being at your best and doing your best are two completely different things. Being at your best can mean you got 8 hours of sleep, ate a healthy meal, and your mental health is pretty stable. But doing your best is despite getting 4 hours of sleep, despite having eaten Raising Cane's the night prior, and feeling anxious about a test that you have coming up today, you still show up for yourself and do the best within the circumstances that you've been given. And I got inspirations for this episode from a book called The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, which I read over winter break. The 4th agreement of this book is always do your best. And this completely changed my perspective on habits. So how did my perspective change? I used to think that discipline was something completely out of touch. I thought it was something that only divine human beings who had their entire life together did. And for the longest time, I struggled with mental health and was a very cluttered individual. I had an all or nothing mindset where if I wasn't feeling the best or knew that my work wasn't going to be the exact outcome that I expected myself to produce, I would just not do it. The biggest and most relevant example is the gym. I used to get into the habit of going to the gym through motivation rather than discipline. For example, these were the thoughts that would run through my head. Wow, I'm going to get so buff. I'm going to be so healthy. Going to the gym makes me feel great, so I'm excited to go. I was so focused on the outcome that if I go to the gym, I will become a muscle mommy. If I go to the gym, it's going to fix my depression. That when some days when I didn't see the immediate results, or I was so lost in my own overthinking during the workout that I came out of the gym feeling worse than I started, it actually depleted my motivation to go to the gym for days afterwards. But there were 2 things that I needed that completely changed my outlook on the gym. The 2 things are presence and the 4th agreement, always do your best. Let's start off with presence. So what I needed was to be in the present moment and enjoy the mere action of moving my body simply because I love my body. I love my body and I have love for myself, so my body deserves to experience mobility and strength to keep itself healthy. The second thing, the 4th agreement, always doing my best. What I needed was to remember the 4th agreement of always doing my best even when I woke up feeling depressed and anxious. Because if I at least move my body in some way, shape, or form, I'm respecting my body and showing myself love. So what was my life like after implementing these 2 things? So after implementing this 4th agreement of always doing my best into my life, I realized that you don't have to be divine to have discipline. Rather, discipline is what makes you divine and what brings your life together. These epiphanies of the importance of presence and always doing my best was a puzzle piece that I was missing. And I've been going to the gym 5 days a week for the past 2 months and consistently running throughout the week. Psychologists say that it takes 28 days to ingrain a new habit to rewire your brain, and it's been around 40 days for me going to the gym. And I now find so much joy in running and working out now. And actually, next Saturday, March 22nd, I'm running my first 5K ever. I'm not going to lie, I've been slacking off on my training a little bit. I'm not doing speed runs or distance runs it's been pretty busy, so I just haven't had time to dedicate a lot on running, but I've been consistent with it, and I'm excited to see the fruits of my labor. I have no specific goal for my pace right now. It will simply be enough to continuously run 5 kilometers without stopping, and I'll just go from there. The hardest step to take is always the first step, but it's not scary to me anymore. It's not scary because the only way forth from the first step is growth. So some final words to close off this episode. If you're struggling with implementing habits into your own life, remember to enjoy the act of doing the thing you're trying to make a habit. To be alive is a joy. To do human things is a joy. Everything is inherently joyful when you express your gratitude. And remember to always do your best. Your best can look different every day, but as long as you show up for yourself and do the best that you could have done on that day, you can't be mad at or hate yourself because you gave your 100% for that day. I hope this episode was encouraging for you guys to continue to work towards your goals and seek joy and gratitude in every area of your life. I also really like this view today. It's a very beautiful day. I can't believe this is my view. Is that not crazy? Oh, thank you, God. It's crazy. It's a beautiful day. It's so sunny. Thank you. See you next time.